A time traveler from the future has said that today will be the day that Bitcoin's top is in. Track record seems pretty solid. Are we worried? We're going to talk about that. Also, there's 3 crypto projects that we collectively believe could potentially be screwed. Which ones are they? Well, one potentially is Aster. We'll talk about why. And then I got one and Rob's got one. Well, what does that mean? Does that mean you should sell the pumps? Potentially. We'll talk about which ones and why. Big news for the Ethereum ETF. Big news for all ETFs as Oktoberfest is here. And we got in 4 days decision on the Solana ETF. And then thereafter, the floodgates should open. Hedera, Cardano, basket ETFs, Pengu, a bunch of XRP, a bunch of different ones. We'll talk about which one could potentially benefit most. BNB has been on an absolutely massive tear. We changed our price targets for the all-time high for BNB. We'll discuss that conversation. And also, we sold the Bitcoin local top again. I'll explain to you exactly what, where, why, and how on today's episode of Sin City Crypto. Gina, roll the intro.
Hola! It's your boy Big Rob back in the house. Welcome to Sin City Crypto, home of the entertainment-focused cryptocurrency content. We take old, boring, stale information, repackage it up in a fun price discovery kind of way. My God, what a day to be alive. You know, it's very select mornings where you just smell the all-time high. You're like, I smell money. I smell money. It's good.
Wow.
You know, it's a long bear market, right? I'm not saying that this, like today is not a bear market, or not saying that yesterday was a bear market, but what I'm saying is that, like, man, we took some lumps all the way from 2021 and rode this thing out. And well, here we are, 126,000. And you know what? 130 should be here. I believe we get over 130, not only this week, but I'd say within the next 48 hours.
Bitcoin, immediate rejection.
So 130?
No, 125. So take a look at this. So you guys know that we've been working with Minotaur. This is a trading algorithm. So you can see here all the trades that it has executed. And I've been following this very closely. And you can just see this thing is so good. It literally sold the top at around 123, 123.1, okay? It sold the top again, literally the top you can see here, right? This is a 5-minute chart local top. This candle is where it sold. 125.5. It entered in essentially at the bottom, okay, at 122.9, although we did get a wick down to 122.2. And then I got the alert not too long ago that it sold the top again at 125.8. And so this is a product that we are currently using in spot markets. I wanted to try this out on spot before going into futures. Now, when I talked to the team, they said on average, they aim for around 2 to 3% returns per month in spot. Which, if you do the math, that's massive. That's 36% per year. And I asked them about futures. They said futures is a lot higher. And so we're going to be moving this thing over to futures very soon. And I'm excited to share that with you guys. I would highly recommend everyone check this out. There's a link in the description. Get on a phone call with these guys. They'll walk you through everything. But I'll tell you what, our experience so far is this thing is absolutely badass. And I've actually used some of the triggers on my own trading, made some money scalping that way as well. So shout out to Minotaur, man. What a great project. What a great product they've built. And again, there's information in the description. I'd highly recommend you go check it out. It's not for everyone. They won't sell it to just anyone. They'll actually get on the phone with you first. And then once you're a good fit and you go through the process, they walk you through it hand in hand. So man, that was pretty awesome. I'm excited to see the next long entry because I'll be entering in a high leverage long on our trading. All right, let's talk about this. The time traveler. You see this? It's posted in a 4chan forum. It's posted on 2023. All-time low in 2015, all-time high in 2017 took 1,064 days. All-time high of 2017 to all-time low of 2018 was 364 days. And then you can see the chart. And then, well, this pattern would print this cycle's all-time high on the 6th of October, which, Rob, is today. Today is the 6th of October. And if this time traveler is correct, does that mean the top is in? We'll talk about that here in a second. I do also want to share this. I think it's a yearly high on inflows. Take a look at that. Almost $6 billion flowed in to the to crypto via institutions. Bitcoin, $3.5 billion worth of institutional inflow. Ethereum, $1.5 billion. And then Solana continuing to see massive inflow, $706 million last week. XRP at 219 and everything else is kind of Total $5.95 billion worth of inflows. And well, it might just get better this week. Take a look at this. $1 billion worth of BlackRock's Bitcoin ETF already been traded in the first 30 minutes. Now, does this mean they're all buys? No. But that is a lot of volume in 30 minutes. And so question then becomes, are the institutions finally waking up? We have some other institutional news I want to share. But first, before I get Rob's thoughts, I do want to give a big thank you. Today's show is brought to you by the #1 social casino in the entire world, Stake.us. Not Cardano, Stake.us. Well, we love Cardano as well, but we love Stake too. You know, Rob and I just put out a video on Saturday. We're trying to 5X our stake cash. Ultimately, we failed. It was a lot of fun. And if you want to have some fun, play some games, win some free stake cash, earn a free stake cash every day just by logging in. They also have a mobile app you can download on Android and iOS. If you want to support the channel, support the companies that support us. And Stake is a big company that supports us. So there's links in the description. Help us out, support the channel. We love Stake and we love you. Rob, Time Traveler, October 6th. Is the top in?
No.
Okay. What are your thoughts on?
But it is interesting that we are at all-time highs, and something posted in 2023
2 years ago.
would say on this day we'll have an all-time high. Now, I don't think the backside of today is going to be a collapse, and so I think that we keep moving on into a price discovery. But no, we're good. There isn't enough signals for me, and we can look at analytics, but there isn't enough signals for me when it comes from the sentiment side, right?
Okay.
There isn't that massive euphoria, the parabolic run up on the candle that we're not seeing.
But some will argue that Bitcoin's been hitting all-time highs and no one seems to care.
That's my point.
So
is that
what point do they care?
When does a market bubble pop? And I'm not even talking about Bitcoin. When does a market bubble pop? It's when everyone is going ape shit and euphoric, and there isn't very many examples of a bubble popping when it isn't massively overbought and highly overvalued for its realistic
But
price.
there's some people that say we might not even get that this cycle. We might not even get that massive blow off top. I mean, if you look at the numbers, Bitcoin went from 15.5 to 125. That's almost a 10x.
Yeah, but that's the bottom, right? And that's going from bottom to high. But realistically, we were right around 25,000.
Well,
for the majority of the bear market, we were above 20,000. There was very small time windows we were under, right? Just like I didn't consider the price of Bitcoin $3,000 in 2020 when you had the COVID panic, right? It was very short-lived. It was down there. Nobody bought it.
So are you just picking an arbitrary number?
No, I'm just saying that for me, the average price of bear market Bitcoin was 25,000.
Based off of what, though? Just
look at the chart. Look at the chart. Like what?
I don't know. I think
Okay, but like no. You're saying off of what? So let's take a look. Okay, so if you take a look, what was bear market price? So bear market price, 20,000 here. We dipped. We were under 20,000 for 2 months. And then, you know, for the other 2 years, we were above 20,000, 26,000, 30,000 here. And so for me, I take it as, hey, are you going to say, you know, Bitcoin went from 16,000, now it's 125? Like, it was a very short window. It's the same thing if you were to look back in 2020 and say, hey, Bitcoin went from $3,000 to 60,000. I'm like, yeah, it did from the candlewick bottom, but realistically, it was about a $10,000 Bitcoin from the 2017 bear market. And so I don't think that the market's that exhausted. I really don't. I think that we had a washout of on Bitcoin during the bear market. Did we print a ton of money and take Bitcoin up from, you know, the thousands of dollars up to 60? Yeah. And we got a blow off top. The market were really euphoric. People were going crazy. And it was also, you got to think, last bull market was, the way I look at last bull market was the realization that Bitcoin is here to stay. Maybe the SEC was saying that, like, hey, it's not a good instrument, whatever. But companies, institutions, nations, the smartest people in the world, they were all waking up to the potential or the realization that Bitcoin is, hey, it's sound money. It's not going anywhere. It's no longer identified as a scam. The narrative that it's meant for drug dealers and money launderers, that's kind of out of the window. And I think that was the turning point. And so it was like a maturity thing. Now it's a respected asset and it's slowly incurring value, similar to like gold. Will it get to a blow off top? Sure. If it gets a big run up and it gets euphoric. And so you can't pop a bubble if the bubble don't grow fast enough.
You ever try to pop a flaccid bubble?
A flaccid bubble?
Yeah, ones that like very stretchy. You know, the balloon's real tight and you pop it, makes a good sound, and then the other ones are it's like tell the balloon's been worn down. Kind of like old people's skin, very flabby.
You what?
No,
no idea what you're talking about.
Okay.
Now
let's talk about
so also you did bring up Solana inflows. We briefly talked about ETH. I'm in an interesting position right now.
Yeah, what is that position? The sitting position?
No, my legs are relatively flat on the ground, so nothing interesting there.
One leg is flat on the ground.
Yeah.
The other leg is weirdly crossed behind it.
Yeah.
Holding onto your Achilles. Anyways.
Yeah. So I don't know what has more potential in the next 30 days from altcoins. Is it ETH or Solana? And for me, I haven't leaned one direction or the other just yet. I would say that Solana, I'm more bullish on Solana. I'd probably put my money on Solana. However, ETH's got this nice little run going on. It's got a little pop. ETH was at under $4,000 a week ago. Or 8 days ago, something like that. It was just, 8 days ago, roughly 8-9 days ago, ETH was under 4,000, and here we are, getting closer to the 5,000. Nice big move. I mean, like, look at this on the weekly chart. I know Bitcoin's up too, but ETH's up 13% on the week, and Solana's up 13%, so that they're pretty similar, comparable. But ETH just on the 24 hours is up 4%, while Solana's up 2%. What's your kind of feeling on the Solana ecosystem, ETH ecosystem? I mean, we can throw BNB in there if you want, but basically you got the three popular chains right now at the top of the list, all doing well, but nobody's really standing out at this current moment. Do you think that you like a winner out of these three here? If you had to pick one?
So if you stretch it out to 90 days, okay, ETH up 80% over 90 days. Solana up 56% over 90 days, and BNB up 85% over 90 days. If you've been around the space for a while, we've seen it numerous times, over and over and over again. Something runs hot, and then it's 3-4 months of consolidation, and then it picks back up again, right? And so these numbers tell you that Solana hasn't really performed up to par when you compare it to the likes of Ethereum and BNB. So just on surface level, I would say, unless I believed Solana's thesis was invalidated, that Solana would see more bullish price action, right? Would see better returns over the next 90 days, as in the previous 90 came in at number 3 out of those 3, right?
Also, those 3 chains have the most users and activity in dApps.
Well, I would throw Base in there. I think Base.
Yeah, but they don't have their own. But I'm just saying from a token or a coin perspective, they're being. Here's the thing: the biggest gainer here, I mean, on the 90 days is BNB, and we saw a massive surge in their users and the dApps and activity. Same with Ethereum, maybe not quite as much as BNB as far as percentage of people onboarded here recently, but I don't know, man. It just reminds you want to be a top 10 project. You better have a lot of users plugging in, and your dApps better be on fire. Because if you're not,
I mean, look at the top 10. What stands out as being in the top 10 but doesn't have those?
I mean, XRP right now is at 32% on the 90 days, which is the lowest there, right? And
Tron is the lowest. Tron's at 20.
Yeah. So you're seeing people.
Do you think Tron's a good pickup here?
No.
No.
You're not seeing anybody like online saying, "Hey, guess what? This dApp, whatever XRP, XRPL, and this it's just not getting a lot of love." I think it's just more price sentiment and people just believing in
speculation,
it.
Just
speculation. Yeah, exactly.
So let me ask you a question. So
like even Cardano's down there at a lower 50% on the 90 days.
So the title of today's show is these crypto projects are screwed, right? And we're going to get into that next, actually. But my question to you is, Rob, unless the one you have in your mind is in the top 10, is the one you had picked out in the top 10?
Maybe.
No, seriously, is it or no? Because if it's not, I want to ask you a question. If it is, we'll just jump right in.
Maybe.
Must be so fun to date you, Shout out to all the ladies.
You asking me out on a date?
I'm not asking out.
Hey, where are we going?
I'm good.
I like Italian food.
Okay.
Big fan of pasta.
You watching.
White sauce.
Thanks.
Yeah.
You watching. Can we pull this back up on the screen, please? The viewer watching, if you had to pick one of these top 10 that you would say, oh, they're kind of screwed, whether it's their competitors are outperforming them, whether it's their thesis has fallen off, whether it's you see the project as it was bullish, now it's dead, it doesn't deserve to be in the top 10. If you have one, pick one and throw it in the chat. If I had to pick one out of this top 10, I don't want to do it. So we're going to move on. All right. Let's talk about the 3 crypto projects that are screwed. Let's talk about the community one, okay? This is the one you and I kind of both identified. I don't know if we agree on it, but, we had... So, Aster. Aster has been on an absolute rally. Just 10 cents to $2 to 20x. Came out of nowhere, crushing it. They're doing drops, yada, yada, sitting at fully diluted market cap of $16 billion, backed by CZ. He's been posting about it. He's been promoting it. And, well, this was an interesting post. DeFi Llama, which a lot of people consider very fair and not subjective, right? They're a very objective website that just pulls data and info and shares it with people. They are delisting Aster's perp volume over integrity concerns, citing Aster's trading volumes almost perfectly correlate with that of Binance. So there's rumors and there's allegations of faking the numbers to make the product and project seem like it's doing better than it really is. Because we saw some of those volume numbers, Rob, and it was like insane. They were 5 or 10x that of Hyperliquid, right? And so a lot of people you're starting to hear, well, is you know, and Binance, a lot of people have looked at Binance and said they manipulate. And I'm not saying this as my personal view. I'm just sharing views that I've heard on social media that Binance fudges numbers. There's a lot of scam wicks. They liquidation hunt people, right? Is Aster screwed because it feels like some people are starting to peel layers back, or do you think this is just FUD and hey, maybe on pullbacks back down to that $1.80, which we've seen it get down to $1.80, bounce right back up to over $2? Are those buying opportunities? Where do you stand with Aster, Rob? Is Aster, are they screwed? I was trying to find a good...
No.
So this doesn't concern you at all? The fudging of the numbers?
No.
Okay.
Does it even matter?
Doesn't even matter. Okay.
Honestly, like, let me ask you something.
Interesting.
Does it matter if BNB's numbers are manipulated by Binance? Is it going to collapse? I don't. Maybe it matters in the context of, hey, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, 3 years from now.
How about in the next bear market?
Yeah. Oh, if you're asking me if a new altcoin that just got into the top, what's it, top 50?
I think top 50.
Yeah. Broke into the top 50, came out of nowhere, brand new project. Everyone's going euphoric about it. Will it crash? Yeah, absolutely. Does that mean it's going to crash in the next 3 months or 6 months? No.
So then are you a buyer?
And it's off the back of Binance, right? It's a Binance smart chain. And so we know Binance is going to do everything it can to win the race. Binance took out damn FTX, bro.
Literally. Binance
killed FTX. Like, ain't nothing going to stop them. They locked CZ up. He got out of prison. Guess who's still in prison? FTX.
Sam Bankman-Fried.
I mean, it's like,
okay, so
I mean, dude literally took out another exchange, and then they blame the guy that ran the exchange versus the guy that ultimately did the kill shot. Now we don't want to go down this rabbit hole that was deserved. But
so it sounds like you're kind of agreeing with what Crypto Stevo said is CZ will not let Aster fail. He's been very vocal about it.
Exactly.
Okay, so
and he also runs the #1 exchange, so he has the most influence.
He can't legally.
Yeah, well, he runs the #1 exchange. He has the most amount of money, the most amount of influence. His project is heavily manipulated, which is BNB Smart Chain. He can inflate numbers, and everything comes easy in a bull market. Nothing's gonna come unwound on the way up of a bull market, right? Everyone's making money, even the scam artists. Nobody fails. And so unless you think this is the actual top, if there's more bull market to go, Aster is going to keep surprising people.
Okay.
For that reason. Now, you think that this is the top and bear market's here? Well, I think you got a bigger problem than whether or not you should hold Aster. I'm pretty sure your entire portfolio should be evaluated, right? Because if this is the top, there's going to be very few projects, and maybe BNB is the only one that'll outperform Bitcoin on the way down.
Yes.
And so, if anything, maybe Aster is a good hold.
So Rob's answer is no. I think I'm on the no side as well. I think and I'm going to share one post a little bit later about predictions markets and perpetual futures. But I'm in Rob's camp. I don't think Aster is screwed. Fudging numbers, let's just face it, guys. It's part of our industry, unfortunately. Fudging numbers, hunting people's liquidation points. It
happens
sucks.
in finance. It happens in Wall Street.
It happens everywhere, but it happens to a larger extent in crypto.
Yeah, because there isn't a SEC that's overlooking.
These guys are, excuse my language, I shouldn't say that, but they're destroying people. Market maker manipulation, yada yada. So I don't think Aster screwed, neither does Rob. I have a poll up right now. We have 60 votes, and 65% of you believe no, so you're on our side. that Aster is not screwed. All right. You want to do yours first or you want to do mine first?
Sure.
Which one?
You're
going to do yours first. Okay.
I have exited completely and entirely out of the AI narrative, this bull market, when it comes to crypto. I know me and David are on opposite sides of the field here, fence or planet or ocean. I don't know which one it is.
What's the project, man? BitTensor?
No.
Okay.
No. Now, BitTensor, when AI comes back, will be fine. I think they'll be a leader. Now, my thing is AI is not going to come back in this bull market, so I'm not a fan of any AI projects. But there's just one here that is just in utter disappointment, flop. It's ugly. It's swipe right or left. I don't know which one on Tinder you go to boot them out of here. But
You're on
number
Grindr,
71 on the coin market cap list. Artificial Superintelligence Alliance, you are dead to me. We don't like you. I'm sorry. Your rebranding is horrendous. Your transformation or whatever it is you identify under now, your token is FET, has nothing to do with Artificial Superintelligence Alliance. Like, what is this? You still have the old ticker for your old project before you merged with two other projects, came up with the worst name ever. Even when AI was rallying, you failed. There's two. I put to bed the other day GALA. GALA is.
Did you tuck it in and sing it a lullaby?
It was it like
I
brought out.
No, hold on.
I brought out a shovel. I put it in a bag.
No, you said. That's burying it. You said put it to bed, right? So there's two ways you send your kids to bed. One way is, all right, let's go to bed. Okay, I love you. Have a great night. See you in the morning. Or there's the other way is, go up to your fucking room right now and shut the door and go to sleep.
Whoa.
Which one was it?
It's honestly like, this is dead to me.
Okay. So it was go to your room and shut the door. Okay.
It's because I think that still, that anger means when you yell and point like that, that means you care, right? You're saying it out of frustration.
So you don't care.
Yeah. No, when this is like someone like at work that you just can't stand, and then they do something stupid, and then you don't even give them the effort to even say nothing. You're just like, and then they walk away. You're like, I'm not talking to that guy no more. You know what I mean? Like, it's to that point where you're just like, I don't even want to waste any energy thinking about this thing. Artificial Superintelligence Alliance. They have a great team, or at least they did. They brought in 3 projects. If there was ever a rebranding that killed something, it had to have been that. And then there was also the deliverables, and they missed the entire AI agent narrative, and the list goes on and on. This is just something that I have zero confidence in. If AI comes back this bull market, it'll be without artificial superintelligence. If AI doesn't come back, this is going to be the biggest loser, right? This is going to be the one that draws down the most. And so...
Is that a 1-year chart?
Yeah, this is the 1-year chart, man. From $1.50 to 50 cents. Bitcoin is at all-time high, and this is at all-time low. Like, it doesn't get any worse than this.
Okay. Is ASI screwed? I have a poll up. We want you to participate, you watching. Rob thinks it's screwed. I kind of agree with you. I don't agree on the AI narrative, and it'll make sense when I give my pick on when I tell which one I think is screwed, which is going to pain me to say it, but I'm going to say it. I'm trying to stay as true to my research as possible. Is Fetch AI, and maybe it was just bad timing, right? Fetch AI was the OG AI agent play. When you did your research, this was a year ago, and you're talking about, agents, even like that, you went to fetch.ai. That is what their shtick was. AI agents. Well, guess what? We had a massive AI agent explosion, and pull up that 1-year chart again, Rob. What did ASI do? Did you close it out?
No. It's still here. I was trying to see when the when did they rebrand? When was the date?
I don't know, and I don't care. But
no, I just want to know if it was just down and to the right that whole time.
It was. I think we can.
Let me ask chat. But
anyways,
go ahead.
ASI Like, I don't know. Maybe if they wouldn't have rebranded at the time they did, Fetch AI would have rallied. I would have loved to see if that would have happened. Or maybe just, I don't know what it is. But yeah, I mean, for me, if the narrative that you are operating in sees an explosion and your project and your token goes the opposite way, I don't know, man. To me, it's like, if it couldn't rally then, what's going to make a rally now?
So June 13th was when it was finalized. And
June 13th?
2024. And so 2024.
So June 13th, 2024. Let's zoom out here. I have it on TradingView. June 2024. Let's drop a vertical.
So that's when it was. That's
Like right
when
here.
that's when the merge happened. So they probably announced it prior. So they probably announced it like at the top.
Cycle top so far was in March.
So they
$3.40.
probably announced it in March. I don't know, when did they announce?
I think the poll is split down the middle. 54% yes, 45% no. I don't know.
They announced in May of 2024.
Announced it in May of 2024. Well, yeah, it had a little bit of a rally. I mean, is there a
It was at
specific date?
$2.30, man. So basically, ever since they announced the rebranding, it is just down and to the right, dude. It's just ugly, dude. Yeah.
I mean,
I just don't hold any confidence in it, and that's it. Even if there is an AI boom, I just think it just doesn't win the race, right? Now maybe I'm wrong.
It should break.
I've been wrong about a lot of things, and I don't have 100% conviction. I've been through this game enough, and I just know that this like Decentraland's not coming back, right? Like we don't need to even go down this road. Like it's just obvious that thing's dead. There's a lot of funny projects in my MetaMask dust area. Those aren't coming back. And so this one's just bye-bye.
Yeah. I agree with you. I'm going to end the poll. Looks like 54% said yes, it is dead. The other half, so essentially 50-50. Rob in the chat said he sold his ASI for Link. I think that was a great play. Okay. My pick is very hard. It's Jupiter, man. Jupiter. I still love the interface. I love what it does. I love how easy it is to use. But it doesn't translate to making money holding the token, man. I was so bullish, right? I mean, before the whole perpetual, like, decentralized perp exchanges went bananas, MYX, Aster, yada, yada. Jupiter was like one of the first to integrate that into their platform, right? They were liquidity aggregator. Then the perp showed up. You can do limit orders. I'm like, yeah, let's go. And then Aster, 2,000%. MYX, 5,000%. And I'm just watching Jupiter, and I'm like, over the last 1 month, it's down. Over the last 1 year, it's down 40%. What is going to move this project? What is going to move the price of this project? I don't know.
Solana taking off?
I don't think so. I mean, like, okay, let's
meme coins, bro. Solana taking off, the meme coin market, DEX volume exploding. It's not my favorite. I'm not buying Jupiter. So I'm
Solana. I mean, it's just there's been this divergence, right? Over the last 1 year, with Solana rallying and Jupiter just trending down. I don't know, man. Like, my question always is, if not then, when? Like with ASI, if you couldn't rally when AI massively rallied, then when are you going to rally?
But didn't it rally when meme coins were exploding?
Not really, dude.
Still,
That's what I'm trying to say,
where was
bro.
it at during the top in December? The last top.
I mean, it's this cycle is the first time this I mean, it came out. It was
still
at
an airdrop.
$1.74.
I'm not a buyer of it, but I don't write it off. I think if anything, when
dude, it's trading below when it first came on the market, bro. Ricky, I got you on the super chat, bro. Don't worry. 65.8 cents, and then now it's at 47 cents. And I don't know, man. I just I'm worried. I don't think the platform is screwed. I still use Jupiter. It's still amazing. I just think the token, man, holding the token, I don't know if it's a good play. And if you've been
bullish on Uniswap as a token.
Yeah, but Uniswap has a little more utility to their token in terms of paying back revenue to their holders and fees and yada yada. So I don't know. I'll be honest with you. If this thing sniffs $1 again, I'm out. I might sell somewhere on the way up 75 or 80 cents. But unless something fundamentally changes my thesis,
it's hard to have a new airdrop make all-time highs and keep printing.
Hyperliquid.
No, I didn't say it's impossible. I'm just saying that you can always look at the exception, right? You can always say, well, it's hard for but think about how many thousands of airdrops have come and gone over the last 2 years, and how many of them essentially are worth more than when the airdrop came out. Might be like 3 or 4, and some majority of them just don't cut it, man. But Jupiter is something that has a large user base. It's a lot of people are love the platform, and for that reason alone, I mean, you can argue like, hey, BNB token. I mean, nobody's using it, but hey, I mean, there's just a lot of people on the network, right? I mean, but how many people are actually using the BNB token? Like, come on, not for it to be number 5 on the market cap list, and so.
So are you?
I'm just saying that, like, if it's trending and people are using it.
So you don't think it's screwed?
I don't think it's screwed. I'm not buying it. I'm not gonna buy a new airdrop. Like
it's been around for 2 years. What do you mean I'm not gonna buy a new airdrop? It's not a new airdrop.
It's still new. It hasn't even went through a bear market. It came out and they had 3 different airdrops, right? They did 3 airdrops.
It's about to be the 3rd one in January.
Yeah, man. It's like, why am I going to buy something they're giving out for free? First of all, that's just dumb.
Because you don't get it for free?
Did you pay for your Jupiter tokens?
No, but I'm saying, are you going to get an airdrop?
No, but what I'm saying is that I'm not going.
So then your only way of getting exposure is you buy it.
Let me ask you a question.
No.
Let me. I got a question for you.
No.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Let's say I went to a football game, and at the football game, I got a little towel with the team's logo on there, and everyone in that damn stadium got one for free. Now, technically, it's probably baked into the ticket price. Yeah, of course. How much do you think I could sell that towel for when I got out? Ain't nobody gonna buy it. It's a free damn towel. Exactly.
You don't make money on a towel.
That's
dummy.
what I'm saying. Like, you don't make money on free stuff. And so you can sit here. You can sit here and say that it's a collectible.
That is the dumbest argument.
It's a collectible. Like, it's
you
from the playoff
money on
game.
Free stuff.
I'm just saying. Can you make money on free stuff? Sure. It's possible. There are always exceptions. However, the likelihood of something being free and given to you and you turn around and make money off of it later on is thin. And for someone to come in
crypto,
and buy something that's already been given out for free.
No, it's not.
There's exceptions in crypto.
Everything makes money when it's given out for free. They give out a free token. If it comes out at a cent, you're still making money. Such a dumb argument.
But what I'm saying is that the value or the value of said whatever it is that's free, whatever the hell is free, whatever the value is when it's given out for free, usually goes down because there's really not any incentive to keep it, right? Hey, I got some free money. Let me go exchange it, right?
Bad argument. All right.
How is it a bad
It's
argument?
a terrible argument. I want to move on from it. Couple of big news. Number one, big news. Morgan Stanley's new special reports posted by Hunter Horsley. New special report from Morgan Stanley. We aim to support our financial advisors and clients who may flexibly allocate to cryptocurrency as part of their multi-asset portfolios. Guess what? They have 16,000 financial advisors who manage $2 trillion in savings and wealth. And if you remember, Morgan Stanley, Goldman Sachs, Vanguard, also against crypto. And guess what, guys? They're now all here. Vanguard's going to offer the ETF to their people. Morgan Stanley's telling their financial advisors, yes, please offer Bitcoin and crypto. IBIT became BlackRock's most profitable ETF ever. When measured in time, relative time. Guys, the answers are in front of you. And then take a look at this piece of news. It's pretty big. Staking is now live in Grayscale spot Ethereum ETFs. First direct staking spot crypto ETFs in the United States. Hey, guess what? Wall Street? You can now have a upside exposure when Ethereum increases in value, but you can also get dividends from staking rewards. So it's a double whammy. So when Vanguard says we don't offer gold ETFs and we don't offer Bitcoin ETFs because there's no value produced, right? There's no cash flow. Well, guess what? Here's your cash flow. And so very interesting. ETH got it, which means Solana's going to get it, which means Cardano's going to get it, which means every proof of stake network is going to get staking included in their ETF. This is huge. Rob, what are your thoughts? Do you think this is partly the reason for the rally we're seeing in ETH today?
Yeah, I mean, you can't write this off. And it's pretty damn bullish, man. And this is part of the reason I'm like questioning, because, you know, my soul is telling me that soul is going to rally, especially in price discovery for Bitcoin. It's kind of dragging its feet. And so I've just been on this win soul situation, just because it is the retail chain, and as retail gets more and more euphoric and starts to act funny as they do all the time. And, you know, on the 1 year, you know, it was, you know, 10 months ago it was at a higher price, you know, 250, it got to 260 in January. And, you know, I'm asking myself, when is this thing going to pop off? It's coming. However, ETH is just, I don't know, something about ETH right now. I think ETH's going to outperform Solana in the next 3 weeks. But then again, you got the ETF coming around the corner. ETF's here. Look at this.
Oh, you have it. There you go. So what's
now,
next?
Now, here's the thing.
Next is Solana, correct? On the 10th?
So you got, this one's interesting because it has Canary Capital as a Litecoin ETF that was supposed to be 10.2. But I know Litecoin's coming up first. Maybe it's 1010 is the Grayscale. No, this is the I'm talking about Litecoin. Now, Solana is the 10th. Grayscale has both Solana and Litecoin final deadline coming up. Now, this is from James Seifert, and this is from about a month and a half ago. So maybe there's some revisions that need to be made. But from this information, looks like the 10th is going to be Litecoin and Solana per Grayscale up for final decision. Is that the date that you've been seeing floating around? Yeah, the 10th?
Yeah. But you agree that ETH has the staking, and they're all going to get staking, correct?
I don't know why I don't know why you would only approve one on staking.
Let me ask you a question. There's one protocol out of those that has liquid staking, which is Cardano, correct? You don't need a cool down period of when you can withdraw. You don't need a derivative Cardano. You don't need a staked ADA token to represent the actual native token that's being staked. You can literally like unstake it. Cool. You get it like in 2 minutes, right? Or the next epoch. So is that going to be beneficial to Cardano? And could we see a scenario where Cardano sees maybe more influence?
But why? I mean,
well, I just said why.
No, what I'm saying, like, why is that so significant? I don't buy. I know. Okay.
Wait,
Okay. You put a ton of weight on the fact that you can unstake and stake at will. I'm not saying it's irrelevant. I'm not saying that there's no purpose to it. I'm not saying that it's not convenient. And I'm not saying that people don't like it or want it. But it being such a big sticking point that you just repeatedly bring it up, I don't see how big of an influence it is. Like, staking in its nature is setting something up for retirement, right? In its nature. And one can argue that it's probably better that you're not allowed to unstake, right? There's a reason you got penalties on your 401k, so you don't go digging into your retirement every single time you got some little hiccup popping up in life. And I don't think that people are going to be like, you know what? I was going to buy the Solana ETF, but I got to lock it up for a week before I can remove it. And that 6 days has really got me going over here to Cardano. That's where I want to live. Like, they got all the dApps and all the exchanges and all the stable coins you would ever want to use there. If that's your strongest argument for the ETF is that you can stake and unstake.
It was a question, man.
You keep asking me the dumbass question over and over again.
Well, you never asked
I don't
questions.
care about liquid staking. What great benefit does liquid staking do besides scared money can exit faster?
I'm not even going down that rabbit hole. That hole is so deep, it'll put both of us to sleep.
I'll just say this.
What are you going to say?
There's so much more lucrative things on Cardano's like roadmap or kind of what they're trying to do that I would be more excited about 100 other things versus liquid staking and the ability to unstake your tokens fast enough. It's the most boring.
Okay, we get it, bro. Okay, cool, man. I want to give we had a couple super chats. Ricky Romero, $2 super chat. So what are the top 3 market indicators for the near top? I look at, sentiment's a big one for me. And the other thing I look at is that relief rally, right? You always get a smaller rally to attempt to take out all-time highs. If those get stopped, that's usually your top. Sure, you can miss out a little bit, but I'd rather that than try to time the top exactly. Those are my 2. I don't know. Do you have one you want to throw, Ricky, real quick, and then we can move on? One thing you look for to tell you that a market's topped?
It's usually like too much news on a small upgrade or basically a small headline getting massive amount of news. Like it's the craziest, most bullish thing ever, right?
That's interesting. Yeah.
It's just this, when you got like so much hype over something, you're like, why are y'all so excited about this? It's not even that. Really? Like, am I missing something here? And then
Top is in.
Yeah.
Also, Wicked, $2 super chat said, I'm fading ETH, Tron, and Cardano from the top 10. Damn. Fading ETH? Okay, interesting. All right. Well, more power to you, my friend. Hope it all works out for you. All right. I want to talk about, let's talk about Charlie. Let's talk about Charlie Lee. Did you see this?
Yeah, he said,
That's it. This is Charlie Lee, founder of Litecoin. Now, I would like to say this is a small clip over a 1-hour interview or a longer interview, so take that with a grain of salt. But these still are the words that came out of this man's mouth.
My advice for myself would just to be, I think this will be surprising to a lot of people, but which is to be buy Bitcoin, store it away, don't sell anything, and don't do anything else related to crypto and just sit on it and be anonymous. That would be my advice.
So don't follow in your footsteps.
Correct. Like,
I mean,
creating Litecoin did not really make me more money. It was a lot of headache.
Hold up. Can we, is there any way we can find out how much money Charlie made when he sold the Litecoin top?
He made a stupid amount of money. But
Can someone,
I think his thing is all the time and money, and time is equal to money. If he had just not put any energy, any investment, and just completely focused all of his energy on acquiring Bitcoin at the price that Bitcoin was when he launched Litecoin, which was under $1,000, he would have made more returns than selling when he did. And the cost of getting Litecoin to the point to where he did sell probably cost him a lot of money. Not to say that he didn't make money, but I just think that like in hindsight, he was like, you know what? If I wouldn't have spent all this damn time and money and I would just bought Bitcoin and just kept it and not did the whole Litecoin thing, and he would probably net more money in value to this point than going that route. So I think he's being genuine and honest there. But it is interesting.
This is an interesting comment. So Bitcoin Archive posted this, says Charlie Lee says he regrets creating Litecoin. And then the Litecoin account, this is what they posted. Your creator left with a bag of 1 million Bitcoin and gave up. Charlie is transparent and says it's been tough, but is still here and building, paying for development, conferences, infrastructure. What's your point? I think that's a really dumb reference or
Your
comparison.
creator left. The creator probably died. It's not for certain, but we've pretty good inclination. The creator of Bitcoin is dead. And so I'm not trying to put any shots there. Just like, well, what do you mean he gave up? Probably he's not around anymore. We know who it is.
We know who you are.
More than likely.
By the way, I want to, before I forget, I will be doing the trading show right after this. So stay here and y'all make me redirected. We'll start that as soon as this one's over. Rob, let's take a look at the alts real quick. And then I got one more thing I want to talk about. Go ahead.
All right, so we do got Bitcoin still at 125, but let's see what's going on in altcoins. So StarkNet, 26% up. Pancake Swap, been coming out of the ashes. You know, this was something that saw a massive drawdown.
The last trading show we talked about, and it had the retrace, but it missed our target by like $3.
So
we would have been in at $3.14
from $40, from $40 at the all-time high to $1. It's back up a little bit. It's back up a little bit.
Just a little bit, you know.
But on the 1 year, looking promising. It still hasn't eclipsed its December high, so I wouldn't get too euphoric on Pancake Swap. But I'll be honest with you, I am a big fan of Pancake at this moment.
You aren't?
I am.
Oh, I aren't.
I are. So Pancake Swap, market cap under $1.5 billion. BNB network is catching stride. We're seeing what Aster's doing, and it makes sense that DeFi on BNB will probably escalate from where it is, and anything in the ecosystem is going to do well. Number one DEX on BNB, Pancake Swap, gotta love it. I probably am not going to buy. I don't want to say I'm not going to buy it because I never know, dude. Sometimes I do dumb stuff, but
No, you never do that.
I'm leaning on it's probably a good pickup. I'm not sold on it. I mean, I'm not a lot of conviction there, but keep an eye out for Pancake Swap. I think there's more to come. You also got Aster up another 14% on the 24 hours. BitTensor up 11% on. So if you look at the biggest gainers of the week, though, Zcash at $160 still. So, you know, we were thinking that perhaps it's got a little toppy here on Zcash.
Toppy.
It is
sloppy,
not.
loppy.
You know, it just basically ran to 160, cooled off. It did pull back to about 140 here. You know, it went from it got to 175, went down to 140, by hanging out at 160. And so up from $60 when I last week was telling you guys, pay attention, Zcash, guys, there's something in the market is telling me Zcash is looking frothy. Anyways, yeah, that's what I got for the biggest gainers. Not much down for the day. The only things that are down are still up massive for the week. Pump.fun down 3%, but still up 18% on the week. Also, Monero down 3%, but up 9%, and DEXE up 30% for the week, but just a little on the red right at the moment.
DEXE sounds so cute, you know? Oh my God, the DEXE. Guys, I'll be going over. We're in a pretty... this BitTensor trade's crushing it right now. We entered at 300, we're at 352. We'll go over that in more detail in the trading show. The morning show is done. Gina, roll the outro. Stay in the chat. You'll be redirected to the trading show. We'll be breaking down TA and sometimes I'll also do some fundamental analysis on your favorite projects. Now, we'll start that in about 5 minutes. See you guys then. Peace.
Sin City, crypto. Everybody know we here for entertainment and info. Gonna show you how to get that big dough. So every day stay tapped in for big facts, no capping. With Bitcoin, if you're in, then you win. We divide the pie with no fraction. It's Big Rob, David. I spit the game, but they gave it. Name the coin that's your favorite. I got dry powder, why save it? To the OGs, new beginners. Special shout out to the well members. Buy a dip, sell winners. Ain't really nothing you can tell sinners. Tune in for the latest new flavors. They gonna teach us mean coins. They polarizing like barbecue chicken pizzas. I laugh with a major grin. Laggers, we trade them in. Baddies, they came to sin. And sinners gon' play to win. Screaming hola till my bags are flowing over. Hold ya to the moon and to the solar. Won't I? Don't be letting FOMO control ya. It's over when the finger tornado